Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today's video is going to be my first fall tutorial, and I'm kind of doing it in like a get ready with me style because, well, I needed to get ready. I'm going out right after this. I think of it as more of a transition into fall makeup look because it's not excessively warm yet. Got a little bit of neutral tones going on mixed with a tiny bit of warmth. Fall is my favorite time of the year, and I know that is the most cliche female thing to say, but it's true. As soon as a chill is in the air and the leaves start to change, I'm just like, fall is here. Bring out the candles, the sweaters, the scarves, the boots, the pumpkin spice lattes. Yes, the pumpkin spice lattes. Everyone hates on the pumpkin spice latte, but honestly, it's overused white girl cliche in no way lessens its deliciousness, so I'm gonna keep drinking it and fully enjoy it. If you didn't see my previous video, which was my August favorites, in which I talked about my nasal surgery, my nose is still very, very swollen and will be for the next few months. Also still have the really kind of like deep dark circles happening from the swelling, so what can you do? For the eyes, I used mainly MAC and Stila. I kept the lips a little bit of a softer pink. If you do want to go even more fall, you can definitely do a darker lip with this. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I created this makeup look, please keep watching. Alright, so my camera had accidentally cut out at this point, but I just started off by applying the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot all over my lids as a base, and then I'm taking the Hourglass Ambient palette, just the first two shades, and just lightly sweeping this over my eyelid just to set that base and really help it last longer. Then I'm taking the Stila palette and I'm taking this neutral brown here, and I'm going to use this as a transition shade on a slightly fluffier brush, working this into my crease and blending. I find doing this step first really helps make anything else you're going to put on look more blended and seamless. And because my eyes are almost a little bit more deep set, my brow bone juts out a little bit, I like to apply this shadow a little bit higher onto my actual brow bone just to try and bring that back. It's kind of like contouring for the eye. Then I realized I forgot to do this step first, but I'm using this dark circle corrector from Clinique. It's an under eye cream that helps treat and lighten dark circles. I talked about this in my August favorites. If you are curious, I'll link it below. And just dabbing it in with my fingers. Then I'm taking this darker brown shade from that Stila palette on a slightly more domed brush, and I'm going to be working this on the outermost part of my crease. So I apply a little bit, I blend, apply a little bit more, and keep blending. Then taking an even fluffier brush, I'm just really softening it. I don't want there to be any harsh lines in this look. Then taking a domed pencil brush, I'm just applying a little bit more color. Taking Bare Steady Paint Pot, I'm going to apply this just with my finger onto the lid. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to follow with a shadow. This just helps make the shimmer look a little bit more intense. Then I'm spraying the flat end of this brush from, I think it was the Naked 3 palette with some MAC Fix Plus. And I'm taking the MAC Naked Pigment and pressing this right over top of where we put that paint pot. I'm not going to be completely covering up the dark shading, but just sort of bringing them together. There's a lot of blending, so I like to go back in multiple times just to blend and soften any lines. Then taking this slightly more cranberry tone shade, I'm blending this into the outer crease to add some extra warmth and dimension. Then I'm taking this more reddish orangey shade and I'm working that just into the crease. Then taking this Lise Watier pencil liner, I'm just going to create a soft line which we can then trace over with liquid liner. This makes applying liquid liner so much easier. So I create the soft wing and then lightly line along my lash line, then follow with liquid liner, and this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I personally like to start at the wing. I just think it makes it a little bit easier for me, so I'll do the wing on either sides just to make sure it's a little bit more even. Then I move to the base of my lashes. If your actual eyes are as uneven as mine are, your liner will likely never be 100% even. That's okay, just try and get it as close as you can. I really like to take my time with this step. Liquid liner can be intimidating, and if you rush it, it's not a good situation. Again, just making sure that crease area is really soft and blended before going in with our highlight, and this is a matte bone shade from that same palette. Just working this right underneath my brow to bring some light back to the area. Also applying this to the inner corners. Then I am curling my eyelashes. This is a must for me because my eyelashes are super straight. And then I'm taking a eyelash primer. This is an amazing step to add if you do want to add volume and length to your lashes. So I do a quick coat of this and then follow almost immediately with mascara, and this is the Benefit Roller Lash. Now, I've had mine for a few months, which is why it's a little dry, so I really had to work it into my lashes. Then I'm just applying some half lashes. I think these are by Ardell. Then taking a nude liner, I'm applying this to my inner waterline. This is my favorite one to use right now. It's so creamy and so smooth and so long lasting. So because this is an eye tutorial, I decided to do my face off camera just because it's the same thing I've been doing in my previous videos pretty much, and I didn't want to take up too much time. After that, I do my lower lash line, so you can apply a brown shadow if you want. I'm just using mascara because I do have a natural darker pigment on my lower lash line, so I don't always need to apply shadow. I think this is the Maybelline Great Lash. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.